going to talk about this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. So this to me is one of the most interesting pieces of news that has happened in the past month. So if you're familiar with Johnny Depp, you obviously know who Johnny Depp is. If you're not familiar with Amber Heard is his girlfriend who you've probably seen in movies like Pineapple Express and Aquaman and whatever else she was in. So the easiest way to explain the situation, if you don't understand it, is so Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were married for a period of time between like 2008 to 2015 or something like that. And they broke up in around 2016. Right after 2016, and when they broke up, Amber Heard went to England and wrote like an op-ed piece for a very popular newspaper, basically talking about the relationship and saying that she was physically and sexually abused and mentally abused the whole time. And okay, that's weird. And anyway, that she was abused the whole time, and yeah, basically about Johnny Depp, and used his name obviously, and so Johnny Depp now after that, I don't know, you may or may not have noticed his career hasn't really been too up there since 2016 if you really pay attention.
Yeah.
He was in Harry Potter, Grindelwald, Crimes and whatever, blah blah blah. Fantastic
Grindelwald,
Beasts thing.
yeah.
He got fired from that.
Damn.
It slowed down or basically put to a halt the production plans for the next Pirates of the Caribbean. And since then, he just hasn't really had any good work. And it's also because most people at the time, specifically, believed Amber Heard's op-ed piece that she wrote. So him and his team, legal team, obviously decided sometime between 2017 and now that he was going to sue her for defamation of character, and it's working. And so right now he's basically in court fighting for his name. You know what I'm saying? And he's suing her, and the court sessions have been live. And I would, like as usual, I would suggest anybody watch them because you can watch them on YouTube Monday to Friday.
Word.
He took the stand most of last week, so I feel like from what this week is going to be her taking the stand and getting like cross-examined and stuff like that. And a lot of interesting things, man. A lot of interesting things have been coming to light in the courtroom as far as like videos and pictures, audio, audio recordings and stuff like that no one knew about and stuff like that. And I will say it's obviously going in Johnny Depp's favor because Amber Heard, is becoming more and more evident that she falsified a lot of these claims and that she just made them up just to kind of put down his character.
That's crazy.
And, yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But I don't really have any questions about it or nothing like that. If you guys have anything you want to say or ask it, but I think what's important about it is that, whether you're whether you're a man or a woman or whatever, or, whatever you are, whatever you're interested in, if you're in a situation where someone is is lying basically about things that occurred during a relationship with them, you have the right to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you knew that you actually were not guilty of these things that you're being accused of, And I think a lot of the times that's what happens, especially for men, you know what I'm saying, that we don't, granted, Johnny, not everyone's going to have the money or, outlets to do what Johnny Depp is doing right now.
Like a crazy lawsuit.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? But it is a good lesson in that, regardless of what's going to come out, because there's embarrassing stuff for Johnny Depp in all this. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch this shit, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out that I'm sure he would have preferred stayed private, but for the greater good of what he's trying to do, he understands, like this is what needs to be done. And I don't know. I just think, it's an amazing thing that he's doing it because I can only imagine the amount of other actors, actresses, whoever who's been going through stuff like this, and they just kind of just take it in, and because Johnny Depp technically, which I'm pretty sure he hasn't been amazing with his money, but I'm sure the nigga's good. He technically, I'm sure, does not have to really do another movie for the rest of his life as far as financially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Could just have taken this Amber Heard thing as it is and just said, all right, whatever, I'm out the game. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He said, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna, I have kids, I have a family and stuff like that, and it's important that everyone knows that I'm not the person that this person is trying to paint me out to be. So
right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just think it's an interesting situation, and I think it's something everyone, if you get a chance, or if you even know Johnny Depp, or if you're a fan of him at all, it's interesting to see the court proceedings and how a situation like this plays out in court. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's eating Amber Heard? What's that supposed to mean? Did that got something to do with the court case?
I don't know. Whoever this movie mix-up subscriber, Steve,
Oh no, he's saying he
made a
just made a recap
video
video of the trial.
Gotcha.
What's eating Amber Heard? Oh, okay, say that. Yeah, we'll definitely check
definitely
that out.
A good idea for anyone to go check that out.
And shout out to Mix Up. He said he's from the UK too. Shout out to you, dog.
Sure, shout out to the whole UK.
But definitely, I could see them definitely making a Lifetime movie out of this situation, because from the things, I don't know too much about the situation. I'm gonna check that recap out. Maybe I'll get some insight on it. But like from the little,
well, I'll give you some short
detail. Go ahead.
Small things that so Amber Heard at one point defecated, which obviously means took a shit inside of their bed, and yeah, and all the pictures and everything were brought up in court, and he had to explain that whole situation.
Who took the pictures?
Amber Heard
he took the pictures.
Also, was fucking James Franco in the same complex that she lived in with Johnny Depp, and they have video of her and James Franco getting inside of an elevator together.
No.
Amber Heard also threw a glass vodka and chipped off about a good quarter of Johnny Depp's index finger down to the bone. Ended up in the hospital for that, which is interesting that this is the person who wrote an op-ed piece saying that they were physically abused when, like I said, was coming out in court.
She was the one physically abusing him.
Yes.
She was clearly.
I see when I was reading this shit, I was like, what?
Like, you're clearly abusing. So yeah, that's just a few of the, and again, these are people who are famous. So there's so much, because there's so much other people involved, between text messages of Johnny Depp sending text messages to people like Marilyn Manson and other friends of his that that knew him and Amber Heard throughout the years, and I don't know, it's just it's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff, and and when the court is funny, because it's like you have to have both sides of it.
Yeah. And
when you're on the defense, it's important that you literally have a defense, because if you don't, your lawyers are just left to kind of aimlessly pull shit out their ass, for lack of a better term. And right now, because they don't have any real solid evidence or whatever against Johnny Depp, their main defense is trying to prove that he basically is an alcoholic or a druggie. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah. And so what they've basically been just putting up in court is pictures of weed and coke and stuff like that, so that he's done, which he's been very open about. And so it's just not a great defense, and this is looking like it's not going to go in her favor. There's a whole jury, and the jury's obviously in Johnny Depp's favor. So,
and Rachel just added and said that she apparently had kept the money that she told Johnny she would give to charity that Johnny had gave her or whatever too.
A lot of situations like that.
I remember I heard about that. Yeah.
He was like, the man had like fucking like 10 different penthouses that he was just putting all her friends up in. They just had them living in there free of rent and stuff like that. Like,
nigga was married to the devil.
Crazy stuff. Yeah. And then, not for nothing, she is like 20 something years younger than him, because I think he's 50 something, she's 35, something like that.
Got you.
So the age
35-year-old woman should be acting like that though.
Yeah, fact. She's still grown as shit.
Word. She was like 23. All right. You know what I'm saying? She had the hots. She was young.
But started dating, she was that age. Like, she was like 22, 23 or whatever. But she obviously is older now.
Got comfortable in that mentality then. God damn.
For sure. Yeah.
God damn.
So, but yeah. So definitely gonna keep up with that. I don't know. I forget when the trial ends exactly, but I know this. I think this week, the whole entire week, Amber Heard will be on the stand, which I'm pretty sure will be pretty interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Yeah.
We'll keep monitoring that one.
Yeah, definitely gonna keep monitoring that. All right. So